for now. Having me chum.
Apache, this is Hammer. We have been engaged by 2 RPGs. Did you see the firing point? Apache, copy. We're checking it out. Hammer, this is Apache. Nothing sighted as a suspected enemy firing point. We're returning to the overhead. Hammer, roger. Once you're back at the overhead, let me know if you sight anything further.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft is now just conducting a climb using known as a zoom climb, and this will give them a better perspective into the target area. Now look up to your front and see if you can see any further enemy fire. Denote the fact that this is both a fighter and attack aircraft, the quintessential multi-role platform. The next pass should be an inverted one, carried out at around 380 knots. He could do, and he'll be throwing in a couple of rolls during this pass from inverted to inverted. From high altitude to low altitude, the Chinook has a great acceleration capability. Charlie's going to continue pulling in his power, and he's going to conduct the seesaw. This is similar to a fixed wing manoeuvre, posing the 2 pedals to cause a stall turn. Most of these manoeuvres are not used on operations. However, we'd just like to show the manoeuvrability of the Boeing Chinook. He's now going to reposition for a nose over 180 into a running landing. The running landing is often used for power loss or engine failures where you've got an available grass strip or runway. Because the aircraft is tandem rotor, the aircraft can run at a reasonable speed, approximately 70 knots. This means that you can land the Chinook just like a fixed wing. The aircraft is going to run on approximately 60 knots, touch down at crowd centre. Once the wheels touch down, it's going to raise the nose and slow it down using the power in the collective. Position. At a very low altitude, which causes the blood in the vacuum to run through the head. Then it will circle around itself while it's in front of you, with the notice of our second thermal pilot. And yes! As a proof of dynamic display, we will take the aircraft to its limits of plus 90. It will be exposed to 9 times bigger load than history. To challenge all these obstacles, he has planned for a spectacular way. Ladies and gentlemen, please hand on tight and for the thunder of solitude. attention in complying the maximum G factor, entering the last maximum performance turn in full power. Pulling back the wings in 25 degrees position. Now bank to bank roll. Points in the crowd. Climbing up for the type of maneuver in this moment. 3,000 feet perfectly drawing a vertical circle, a 3G factor maneuver ending with a wide left turn at 200 knots, which is the speed now is requiring enough energy for the first vertical maneuver. I mean, an half cubanate. Wings open at 25 degrees. Half cubanate preceded by a complete roll on the horizontal axis. Climbing up to the top. And in upside down position, half a roll. Another wide snagger turn of 270 degrees before performing the cloverleaf 6G force vertical pull-up coupled with a 90 degrees roll, so ending a 90 degrees off from the initial reference. Pay attention, in front of us right now. Is a maneuver that highlights the great longitudinal and roll characteristics of the aircraft, which maintains high speed values while reaching 4,000 feet. Slow flies for the Typhoon of the Italian Flight Test Center. And now, highlighting the great sense of power of the engine, while reaching approximately 5,000 feet at 3,009. The aircraft disappeared just for 1 second in the cloud, and now literally swooping down. How the Unifighter gains altitude in a really short time, performing a fast climb with a spiral in full thrust mode. Captain Petrarca is pulling a continuous 9G force while reaching the top of this maneuver. Roller coaster. So they're going to pull the aircraft up to approximately 80 degrees nose up, wait till it goes still air, and then push the nose forward. great manoeuvrability and agility from the Boeing Chinook. Charlie's now going to reposition off to the right with a wing over. He's going to be running back in for a nose over 360, which was the same as the introduction, this time along the A-axis. As he comes out for the second half, again you'll get great blade slap with the airflow going through both rotors. We're now going to reposition with a wing over and he's going to be running back in for a nose down 270 quick stop. This quick stop is often used in Afghanistan by most of the aircraft captains for a late spot of troops for either pickup or medical evacuation. During these medical evacuations or deliberate operation missions, we're accompanied by the Apache, who you've already seen earlier on a display. He now demonstrates how to stop the aircraft in such a short period of time. The ramp is down and Sergeant Andy Corwell is out the back, waving to the crowd. This is your opportunity for great photographs. Please show your appreciation by waving back. The aircraft has 3 hooks underneath, only showing 2 today. That can carry up to approximately 10.5 metric tons underneath. The Chinook is the only helicopter that can possibly carry its own weight underneath. We can carry 3 separate loads and also a cabin full of
right
troops.
side of the runway. We used to call Captain Sverra the carver due to his extreme precision in maneuvering. And it's now time for the slow aileron roll, a maneuver which requires a remarkable coordination in managing flight controls, because pilots must constantly change stick, ailerons and rudder inputs to obtain a long, steady rotation. It could seem easy for us, but it's not at all. You have to know that maintaining path and altitude while flying at 750 kilometers per hour is really challenging, and it needs an outstanding controller. Now, an IG turn followed by a new dairy turn for spacing will bring us to another amazing simulation of escape in dogfighting. The AMX Ghibli is developed and realizing tight partnership between the Italian and Brazilian industry. Right now, 2 aileron rolls and in front of us a barrel roll. Captain Sverra is now simulating an escape from a chasing enemy aircraft, and he stresses
We've sighted the enemy. Request clearance to return to target to engage with Hellfire missile. Apache, you're cleared for Hellfire.
The crew now performing a 180-degree manoeuvre known as a return to target. And Captain Sam Blackmore in the front seat now, utilising the optics to line up for a Hellfire strike.
Apache, that's a good strike. You're cleared to confirm the target's destruction.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Apache is now completing a 360-degree wing over and is positioning into the hover in front of us. Whilst the aircraft's manoeuvring, let's step out of the scenario and talk about the weapon systems available. If you look at the pylons on the outer part of the aircraft, that is where the Hellfire missiles are stored. The Hellfire, which you've just seen used, has two different modes of guidance, laser or radar. The laser guided variant flies down the laser.
Very nicely done. It'll be followed by a steep descent.
The ability to perform such manoeuvres. You do this with the general sort of floppy blade helicopter and it would all go horribly wrong. Holding it now in what is a hanging stall turn. Again, a very, very unusual position to hold any machine, let alone a helicopter. Both the pilots got a huge amount of operational experience, of course. They started flying the Lynx in 2002 and transferred to the Army Air Corps in the summer of '03. And he's flown the Lynx in Iraq, Bosnia, Northern Ireland and Kenya. He then crossed over onto fixed-wing flying for a while, having undertaken the Royal Air Force multi-engine course, and flew the Beechcraft 200, then the Britten-Norman Islander, becoming himself then a QFI, in addition to being a QHI, flying the Firefly 260 in the Tutor, when he was responsible for teaching aerobatics to the students, and you can see now where he gets that expertise from. Up now into a 90-90, you'll see a little bit of drift there as he holds it at the top, but now correcting that straight down, pointing only at the earth. Very agile helicopter, it's still relatively heavy, but nonetheless extremely manoeuvrable and ideal therefore in small troop.
For display purposes, that's reduced to just the two pilots. Shortly the helicopter will pull up before accelerating forwards again. Going into a lazy 8 manoeuvre. Switzerland doesn't arm the Super Pumas or Cougars, but they can be fitted with light armour for better protection from gunfire, and the Cougars have an advanced self-protection system as well. Flying well, passenger and troop transport obviously is their bread and butter. They can carry VIPs if necessary. The helicopter is equipped with a hook for the carriage of external cargo, and these aircraft are regularly used in support.
flyby of the 2014 Patrouille Swiss. They changed already in new shape called Delta. Next formation is new in today's program, formation Hornet. The American Navy jet is a well-known twin-engine supersonic all-weather multi-role combat jet successfully operated by Swiss Air Force since 1997. The Eiger is a 4,000 meters high mountain of Jungfrau region located in central Switzerland. This impressive mountain is part of the UNESCO World Heritage. The popular North Wall is a triangle-shaped, spectacular north face of the Eiger, high above Grindelwald. Ladies and gentlemen, the Patrouille Swiss in the Eiger formation. Next formation is called Breeches Lifting. To swing, also known as Swiss wrestling, and natively a breeches lifting is a style of folk wrestling native to Switzerland. Wrestlers wear wrestling breeches with belts that are used for taking holds. Throw and trips are common because the first competitor to pin his opponent's shoulder to the ground wins the game.
Now the primary role of the Typhoon Force, and indeed the primary role of the RAF, is round-the-clock protection of UK airspace. As I speak, Typhoon crews sit at a moment's notice ready to get airborne as part of a quick reaction alert at bases RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire and RAF Lucas in Fife. The aircraft is also deployed to the Falkland Islands and more recently Lithuania, forming part of NATO's Baltic Air Policing mission. Further to that, the Typhoon also provides options to the UK government in times of crisis, as it demonstrated in Libya in 2011.